Sure, you can hold it. Good evening. እንደምን አመሻችሁ? በጣም አመሰግናለሁኝ. Congratulations to my fellow honorees. I'm deeply honored and humbled for the recognition. Most of us that are sitting on this stage, including the young students who were with us earlier, I'm sure have been recognized before. But there is something particularly special about being recognized by your own community. So this means a lot to me, and as well as my fellow awardees for the recognition. I would like to thank SEED for organizing this, particularly Dr. Menna, who is my fellow Wolverine from the University of Michigan. Go Blue! You can see we have a champion, as well as the board and the DMV Ethiopian community, who on a Sunday evening, I'm sure there were so many pressing things on your schedule. So the fact that you're sitting here says how much you value not only the community, but the culture of this positive culture we're fostering of celebrating each other and inspiring young people to follow in our footsteps. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my family. I have been blessed. I always say I have been dealt with good cards. A lot of it has to do with the fact that I came from a family that believed in education, and particularly a father who believed in community service. I would not have been here had it not been for my siblings through tough times without making sure they had what they needed, decided to invest in me and paid my college tuition when I came to this country so that I did not have to struggle working. So they really gave me the footsteps, you know, kind of the first step to kickstart my career. So I'm really enormously grateful for them. They are my anchors and a source of my support, laughter, and encouragement. I'm also very grateful to my 4 children, Baruch, Kedus, Fisseha, and my daughter, Helena. Okay, you can see here, who inspire me to get up every day and do my utmost best to create a better world, not just for them, but for every child out there. But more than anyone, really, it is my husband, who is my best friend and my life partner, who has been the wind beneath my wings to really get me where I am today. So I'm really grateful when young people ask me about some of the lessons and what should they think about in their professional career. As much as I give advice about, you know, leadership and training and mentorship, I always say to them it is so critical that they find that life partner who's willing to put their interests ahead of his own, especially, or her own, especially for women in our community. My husband, 20 years ago, in fact, yesterday was our 20th wedding anniversary. Thank you. So when I met him, his first comment to me, which was mind-blowing, I was 20, and he said, you know, I see in you the potential to transform the world. I'm going to bet on you. I don't mind being in the background and getting hit by the reflective light as you stand on the stage, and I'm going to do everything I can to support you. So each and every one of you can go home and elevate, thank you, can go home and elevate your wives, your daughters, your sisters, because when we are given that kind of support, we can actually indeed transform the world. Much has changed in the world since I came here 30 years ago. We've made incredible medical advances. When I moved here, we've never had a black man in the White House. Africa has never had a female president, let alone our own country of Ethiopia, our first Chief Justice, and yes, Obama. And we were so incredibly jealous of Rwanda and the political leadership, and in the last year, we've seen a country that is transformed by over 50% of our cabinet ministers being women. So in many ways, that cannot be a better time to be alive and working, making to the world a better place. But while there are many bright spots, history reminds us that progress is neither linear nor a given. So how do we best use the privilege we've been earned so many who don't have this can be elevated as well? So for the young people in the room, especially for those who are sitting in the stage, and as well as many of you who are really occupying seats in this room, I will say, do not settle, stay hungry. There is so much inequity in this world today that you should not simply accept the status quo. Every single one of you have the opportunity and the power to make a difference. You have the resources, you have a platform. Don't wait until you get your next degree or your next big check, but please lift up your communities using your voices. You have a very unique and innate voice. Share it. Do not stop until we live in a world that we want to see. One where women enjoy rights and health equal to men, and one where discrimination and prejudice do not determine the health, well-being, or future of any individual in our community and beyond. So thank you so much for this enormous honor, and I look forward to working with you. Yes.
Hi, I'm Senait Fisseha's daughter.